Hey, it's Darren here to talk about our near future of Fortnite and answer some community questions. Hey, we recently posted a new blog on the future of Fortnite, and we've been checking out all the places you guys like to hang out and looking for your feedback. And one of the first things I wanted to make sure we addressed is that we are on track to give you guys the #1 feature you've been asking for many months, which is to access your inventory from the front end of the game, so you don't have to load in just to send stuff to your outpost, do stuff. And if I cross my fingers, we're going to get the ability to craft from the front end as well, so you can manipulate your whole inventory. So no more load screens in order to do that. I'm actually personally super excited about that piece. The next thing we're working on is the evolution of schematics. Now, we talked a little bit about the blog of hero evolution specifically, but it is actually our long-term goal to add evolution to every schematic in the game. But one of the problems is that, as everybody knows, there's modifier perks on all of those schematics. So how you handle those through the evolution system, everything else, is going to take a little bit more time for us to work out. But it is something that's on our list. We know you want it.
What can we expect for endgame content?
A bunch of you have been asking us, where's the endgame content? Well, as many of you know, that once you start playing Beyond Canny, it's a little bit different than the early part of the game. Well, rest assured, we're diligently working on Act 1 of Canny Valley, and we're recording all new VO and with all our cast of characters, and we're really excited to bring that to you even now. And then a bunch of other people want to know, hey, what's the future going to be like? Well, one of the things we're striving to give you is our event content coupled with leaderboards allows players to sort of define themselves against the community of how well they're doing in, say, survival mode or challenge the horde. So look forward to that next year.
Could we get a feature where we can upgrade traps or remove them without destroying walls?
All right, a bunch of people have been asking for quality of life fixes to the shield defenses, how you destroy walls, upgrade traps, move things around. Trust us, we feel your pain about that. I am not a big fan of all those pieces coming together right now myself. One of the challenges is, as traps are used, they all have durability that fires off, and then so if we allow you to move those pieces back in your inventory, then you're going to have to pay attention to how many points have been fired, et cetera, and it creates a bunch of usability things and an inventory space nightmare. Now, I think we can still get around that, but that's one of the challenges that we're sort of investigating. The other thing I think we're going to be able to do is reduce the time to placement during the construction while you're in your shield. The shield itself doesn't really need the time to construct that you do in the normal game because you're not in the action phase. So simply placing something and having the wall come into being will save you a bunch of time. So we're also exploring that.
So is survival coming back in December instead of a winter event?
Yes. Kind of. We're going to take our holiday event and our survival mode, and we're going to put them together. So that means snow is falling in our survival mode. So expect a winter wonderland while you're trying to survive. We're also adding new heroes, new weapons. Another thing we got from your feedback is we're adding voting to the system. That means you can skip through your any of the day gathering modes if your team is ready to move on. So that's going to save you some time. The other thing we did is we only offering day 3 and day 7 survival modes in this time around. The day 14 was just too grueling, and we did it for a bunch of you, but wasn't quite the amount of time we wanted you guys to be playing the mission. And one last thing, we're adding mini bosses. So that means all new properties, all new abilities for you to be challenged while you're trying to survive.
What's next?
All right, thanks for stopping by. Just as a reminder, Fortnitemares will be ending on November 29th. And in the interim, we're going to run a little micro storm event as we prepare our holiday plans, which are going to be cool. Don't forget to leave your questions below or in our forums, and we'll see you next time.